All right, so today's a new day. Today's day 5 of this quote unquote project. Everybody's kind of tired. Be surprised if there aren't some butting of heads today. That's how it usually works out. It's frustrating because something that should only take about maybe 2 to 3 days max. Now we're on our 5th day, and it may end up taking 6 days with hard work, just because it's so hard to get stuff done. Like to go to get supplies and stuff, it's literally a whole morning. It takes so much longer here to get simple stuff done than it would there. Um, and there's a lot of factors, just different stores and stuff. Like you can go to Lowe's there and pretty much get everything you need, and boom, you take it out and you're ready to work. But again, here, like we were talking the other day about the sanding and all that type of stuff, like you have to get the wood, you have to then take it somewhere else to get it sanded, and then you got to go to, to get what you need, you got to go to the light store, the electricity store, then you have to go to the other store to get paint, and it's just a lot of running around, and yeah, so it takes a lot longer to get stuff done. So here we are on day 5. Hopefully, the goal is to get done today. So I don't know how realistic that is, but I think it's a good goal to make it, because we'll make it a lot further than if we just set some simple goal. So the goal is to get done today, and yeah, and we'll see what happens from there. All right, so it's almost lunchtime. I just finished painting the entryway, the steps. Um, yeah, I didn't record much. Just I want to get it done, so I haven't been taking time to record almost anything. So you just have to believe me, and when it's finished, you'll see. One cool thing that's been happening during this whole thing is there's been different neighbors and stuff showing up to help out just here and there, and different people just help out with all the work and stuff here and there, which has been great. A guy showed up with the weed eater yesterday, and one of our neighbors, he doesn't come to the church, and he started cutting the grass. And what are you doing? He's like, these weeds are ugly. No one's gonna want to come to church here like that with it looking like that. But that's his way of being like helpful and reaching out to the church. And a lot of these connections, we've known these people for a while, but a lot of this outpouring of love or whatever from the community to us has been because of the relationships that we've been able to strengthen through giving out food and stuff during this pandemic time. And so just crazy to see how how God works and brings it full circle and whatever. We never did anything expecting anybody. It's just a pandemic hit the world. Bolivia is the hardest hit country in the world, statistically speaking, or per capita, whatever you want to say, in every way, shape, or form. And people hadn't worked for 3 months or so, and we just we wanted to help people out. And I did a video about it a while back. We wanted to help people out and give them just some basic food needs: rice, sugar, flour, cooking oil, and just some few things like that. And some people, like from our church, we gave eggs and chicken and stuff like that as well too. Just trying to help people get through these rough times. When people want to work but they can't, and a lot of people want to obey the quarantine, but they need money, and so you're forced to make these decisions or whatever. And so we just help people because we love our community, wanted to help them, but then to see them come back and not owing us. And we've had a conversation with several people like, no, this is not, you're not paying something off. You don't owe us anything. And but just to see that relationship really strengthen through these times or whatever is really cool. There's a lot of things I could talk all day about, the blessings and stuff that have come from the pandemic. Unfortunately, I know it's not like that for everybody. Some people have, it's just been a nightmare. And it's been a nightmare here as well. But just to see little signs of hope in the midst of it and see that God is doing something in the middle of this has been great. And so even the guy with the little motorcycle truck thing yesterday or the day before his video, I can't remember which day it was, him the same way, like didn't want to charge and all this other stuff, and just wanting to help the church out. And none of these people come to the church, none of them. And a guy that was helping Carlos in the bathroom with the plumbing and stuff, he was in there till late last night sweating, and he doesn't even live in the community. He's just a friend of, he's come to the church a couple times, but he said he just wanted to help the church out. And so he was here last night, putting in work, man. He was here almost as long as I was, which is, way, every second that he was here was a second more than what he had to be. So it's really cool to see, things happening and see, God at work in the midst of a time like this. And so another thing I want to talk about is why we're doing this church update stuff. I mean, you guys saw some of it in the beginning. Some of it just needs to be fixed, to be honest. And but the rest of it is we believe in excellence. We don't believe in flashiness, but excellence, and just doing things well and in a presentable manner, so that we can just have a great place where people feel comfortable, feel clean. We're setting a standard of excellence and stuff as well, and just But on the bigger scale, we want a place where people feel welcome and they can come and be a part of the body of Christ, not even part of our church, but a part even on a bigger scale, a part of the body of Christ at large, and to serve the community. Because people ask sometimes, like, I thought you guys were working in the community. Do you work with churches or community? Well, the answer is yes. And what we want to do is a thing called community development, and then there's actually one called Christian community development. They have an organization, and you can look it up online, Christian Community Development. We're not a part of those organizations, but we definitely agree with those methods of using the church to bring change to the community, through the church to bring change to society. And so, yes, we do community work, but we take a step back from some of the community programs we were doing in order to reach them better through and directly connected to the local church. And we realized that our local church needed to be strengthened in some areas to be better equipped to be able to love people in our neighborhood, and not just love people. We love anybody and everybody, but being able to not feel when I say love, I don't mean feel a certain way. I mean the action of love. One of my big things is when we say we love people, we want to be able to say how. We don't want to just say we love them. Oh, we love them. We just have a love for these people. Love God, love people. Yay! We want to be able to say exactly how we love people. How do we love people? We reach out to them. We provide counseling for the community. We provide economics classes and budgeting courses. We have an art program. We have a basketball program. We want our church to be able to have an explanation as to why. But we also realize, and a lot of you have heard me say this before, that one of the biggest things of making disciples through all those areas of life, and for God being glorified through all those areas of life, is to be a disciple first. So we scaled back on other things, and we focused on really making disciples in our church. People that go to church for a long time, but just making sure that we're all really and sincerely following Jesus, not following the church, not following Ramon or any other leader, not following your famous pastor on TV, but following Jesus truly. Because we don't want it to look like we're being effective, we want to actually be effective. And, it's hard because we took steps back and it looks like we're doing less, but actually we're doing what looks like less, which is actually more, but it looks like less so that we can do more in the long term. And so that's kind of what we're doing. That's why we've been focused so much on the church. It's not that we've forgotten about the community or we've just dropped it or we've changed. We haven't changed at all. We just saw the need to take a step. We thought this is our starting point and then realized that our starting point really needs to be here. And so we took a break from some of those things for, indefinite break until we are ready to fully launch out and make disciples in all these programs. And I'm not talking about perfection, but I'm talking about real, genuine, sincere, and eternal purpose. And so that's the goal. And so, we're doing this stuff for our church people here. It's just a building at the end of the day. But we want it to look good. We want it to feel good, be presentable, and something people can be proud of and they can be a part of on that manner. And this is our church, this is us, and just have a facility that's welcoming to people. Painting the walls and stuff like that, having a bathroom that works. These are basic services and stuff that I think, your church probably has it. So our church, there's a reason why our church needs it too. So that's the idea. That's the goal. That's kind of what we're up to. That's a really abbreviated explanation as to what we're doing and what we want to accomplish here or whatever. But I hope you get it. I hope you understand. And I don't know how much more I'm going to be recording today. I may record some. I may not, I don't know. Like I said, I just want to get done with this. And but anyways, if I don't record anymore, we'll see you tomorrow. But if I do, I want to just take time to really understand the situation that we have going on here. What God is doing in our community through in the midst of this pandemic and stuff. And I have another video that you could have seen that'll be just about what we've been doing in the pandemic, ministry wise, and as far as online and stuff. And so just what God's been doing, and then also like what is it what direction are we really headed with all this and stuff like that. So just had a free moment right before we eat, and so while I was taking a break, decided to do this and do it. So I hope you enjoyed, and yeah.